Make the strings
louder.
Today I'll be showing you some faction defenses. So first, let's go and grab some stone. You guys could grab cobble or endstone. Endstone has a higher durability, but that's your choice. So let's go and get some water and lava, and I'm gonna make this a decent size. And I'll actually cut back with you guys when I'm done with this. So I'll be back in 1 second. If we're back, and right now all I need to do is just water these, and yeah, I'll actually be starting with one defense on just one side. We'll just be going from one side because I can't just show you all of them on that side. So yeah, basically I actually got a custom skin while we're saying, but there we go. And so the first wall is, I'm gonna start with region walls. So what you wanna do, go ahead and skip a block, make a diagonal thing like this, and make it go all the way down, and do the same thing right here. I would recommend making the gap too big. I mean 2 blocks big, not 1, because they could regen from both sides. So, but they still can. It just I guess makes it harder a little. Sorry about the fact, sorry about the Skype messages, and that's gonna get pretty annoying. So basically, with region walls, you have this is really hard to make, and it takes a bit of a long time in survival. So I would recommend making this 1. And if you're gonna make this 2, I would only recommend that if you're trying to have like a really good really unraidable base. I would only use like a 1, because these literally take they literally eat your time up, because there's a lot of things to do. So here's a heads up, you're gonna need a fire resistance potion, because you have to jump in the fire, and each source, there can't be any flow, so you have to go place a source block on each, and that takes like a while, and you have to do that all the way to the top, and yeah, that's gonna be pretty annoying. So let's go ahead and build this up, if this can let me. Okay. And actually did this wrong already, but did I, or did I not? I don't know. I think I'm supposed to have like a 2 space away from the little water, because yeah, mostly region walls are used for the outer walls, and then they have a big gap, so they're like really anti-wither. But if you don't play on a wither server, that's not really a big deal, so you don't have to make those big gaps. But those could also help. So now you just want to place a lava block in each. So right there, 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 there, right there. And yeah, this takes a long time, to be honest. There has to be no flow. And oh shoot. There, right there, right there. Gonna go and do that, and then do it on this side. And basically keep doing that until you get to the top. And with a fire resistance, you're gonna have to go like that. And yeah, that's gonna be a bad experience. So regen walls are pretty hard, but you could also use a gap for the fire resistance. It's not a big deal, unless you're crazy for gaps and then you're really poor. And why did I place another block? Whatever, we just finished, so that's not a problem. So yeah, this really takes a long time. Regen walls. There we go. Trying to find the ones that aren't flowing. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah, this takes a long time. So, I would try finding another way to do this. You're not doing it at all. I'm just showing you guys how you would make regen walls. And yeah, that's basically my point. Like right when you see this fold up, that's when it actually means that you put a lava bucket. So you also have to hold space because I'm actually flying. And now what you want to do, guys, go and cover this off and put another block right there. And go ahead and make that like it's a small house without the edges. And now what you want to do, go ahead and place the blocks, the water buckets on top of these. So go and do that. And there you have it. And now these will regen into cobble. But if you so here's the bad part. If they can in this part, it just turns into obsidian. So that's the bad part. But at least you get like free obsidian. Like just saying. And moving on to the next wall, we have. I like to call this. Just here's just the tip. It's not really a wall. See, whenever you're making walls just like this, you never want to like have a block right here, because that makes it sand stackable. So I just call these anti-sand stackers, and they're just pretty easy to make. It's just a straight up wall. You don't really have to actually place a block. So this is most people would only place a block if it was for sky base, but I wouldn't really recommend doing that. So if you're gonna have a sky base, I would recommend making a bottom layer that's about 2 high, and you have slabs on it so you can't ender pearl glitch. And I would recommend having slabs on almost everything, because everything that you could go inside, like not your walls, but some people could glitch through walls, but you would only do that if that's your only wall. So I would only recommend doing that if that was your only wall. So yeah, moving on to the next wall. The next wall is pretty much just a sand wall. It basically just replaces, and it's easier to rebuild. See if I get some sand and some stone slabs. I only need this so if this is like your first layer, but these are mostly used for people's last layers, not apparently their first, because it doesn't work as good, because it just takes people a long time, because they fall back, and these are really easy to replace. So if you're being raided, it's not really much of a problem, because you just have to place sand down. And yeah, so I would basically just do this if you're building. This is what I would do, but it takes a longer time I would only do that in survival, and yeah. If you're in creative, that's much easier, because you have some fly. Unless you have flash fly on a server. Probably that you don't have, because those are like $400 ranks for fly. And let's go and fill in the rest here. Basically, what this does, as you can see, if I fill this thing up first, I got like 3 blocks left. If I fill this up, basically, if I let me break that, and whatever, and basically, if you count in these, they basically just fall all the way down, and then you literally have no hole. But the bad thing about these is when they keep exploding the same sand piece, they have a bigger hole. So that's the bad thing about sand, but it also takes the spot. So yeah, if you're using these in sky bases, I would recommend like putting a cobblestone under, because there would be no point to have them just fall down in the air. So the next wall, I call these cuts or strips. So if you're gonna make these, you have to make a lot of them, because these are really hard to blow through. Most people just give up when they see these, because yeah, they're pretty hard to admit. I never raided a base with one of these yet, but yeah, I'm not that much of a cannoner. I mostly find like grinders and stuff, but I still know stuff about factions. And so yeah, now what you want to do, once you've done that, you're gonna go and skip a block and place it under. And so basically what these walls do, to make the sand get cut off by these blocks, like right here, like those, and the TNT go through. So that's the thing about these. I think this is an anti-hybrid, and basically when you make these cuts or strips, you have to make them alternating. So it's hard. So when you look through here, you basically have another part to go through, and that makes it harder for these guys, the enemies, not probably these guys, but yeah, yeah, all you have to do is alternate. That's all I'm gonna say with these, and then you have to go on. See, these kind of walls, they're pretty well thought out, whoever made these, but yeah, you still have to actually put water on these. So you actually have to put water on each layer part, because it has this little water box here, or water pocket, air pocket, whatever you want to call it. And you have to just fill these in, because it would be basically just dry stone and breakable. So yeah, and then you just do that with all the walls when you make these. Like, I would recommend making these on your base, because you could just wrap your base around with these, because nobody really wants to mess with the base that has these, unless you have a forge cannon. I forgot what it was called. There's some cannons that could get through these, but I don't really remember what it's called exactly. So yeah. So yeah, I'm just saying, if you want to make these, whoa, what the heck? If you want to make these, just make gaps in between and alternate where you're placing these, because there's some pork chop here. Okay, and let's go and put the top layer part. And when you're doing this, you're gonna want to keep doing this on all of your sides, because that's gonna take a long time to break through. So the next wall I like to call this is like basically a checkered wall. I don't know know why you would call that, but it's used in this other type of base. Uh, that basically it has no other defenses but just these. They're just pillars that go up and alternate like checkers, so it kind of makes a pattern. That's what I like calling it. Sorry about that. And if you keep building these up, basically if you use these for a sky base, they have a better advantage. That's what I'm trying to say. Because they would literally go straight down the hole, and they could possibly just go down through here. And just saying, if you want to build this base on land, I wouldn't really build an unraidable base on land. I would build it in the sky, because these basically have an advantage. And just saying, these walls take time, and really. So I will try linking the video that actually went with the checker walls. Sorry if I didn't really have a word for that. I just used these in this other base, and yeah, that was the only defense we had, and we stayed up for months, and I didn't really know the case as well, because we did this on land, and I didn't even know what did this for us. And yeah, those are what these walls look like, and I would recommend having these on each side. Like, I wouldn't recommend having it all around the base, like how my base is in factions, basically a wall that goes all around the base. I just telling you guys, make make a base that has walls, that just come out from each side, not those kind of walls where they go around the whole base. So sorry if I can't talk, it's like the morning. So on the corners, you guys are gonna want to put these little separation things. They kind of split up the TNT and stuff a little, but you're gonna want to make it away from the walls, because yeah, you're gonna mess up the water flow like I did. So basically what you want to do, go like right here. Go where there isn't no water flow. Go on the corners of your walls. Basically what I'm saying. And basically you just want to make a one gap like this. Then you're going to want to make a lot of these pillars. And this also is really helpful in sky bases, because a lot of the people use these. They're basically just horizontal pancakes-ish cuts. Yeah, cuts, not pancakes. And I will be showing you guys how to build pancakes in a second. And yeah, you don't really want to make these dry, so I would put water over it. So you don't want to make it this small, but I'm only doing that so we have more time, so I could show you guys the last wall. And pretty much the last wall is just pancakes, not cuts, pancakes. So what pancakes are? Basically just the same thing, but they're extended. So here's the thing about pancakes, you have to use obsidian for these. Oh, and I already have them. So let's get some obsidian. And this makes it harder, but don't worry, this is also really worth it, because pancakes are really hard to blow through, and that's a good thing. And I would use obsidian, because water over obsidian is still really hard to blow through, unless your server has obsidian breaker. I don't know what faction server wouldn't. And you could also just alternate with these over and over, and I would use obsidian. I also might update this video if there's more defenses that I might have missed, but yeah, basically the last defense, it's It's not really defense, it just helps people from ender pearl glitching. Basically what I said about earlier, having the slabs around like the bottom and top of your base, so you can't ender pearl glitch. So yeah, that's why you should have slabs. You should have a 2-block gap, like right here, and then like right here, and then you should have slabs down on this whole thing. Then you should have water over the whole thing. So that also suffocates them if they try getting in with ender pearl glitching. And yeah, hopefully that's patched on most servers, but just in case it's still on some servers, I would recommend not. So yeah, this is gonna be the last layer. So let's go and fill the rest with water on this side. It's not the last layer, I meant the last layer of this. So just go ahead and fill them the corner sides because it's faster. And then just fill it, and then you can just place a block right there. And then it fills the whole thing. And basically you need to do the same on this whole thing. But you don't have to fill in the whole thing, you could just do what I said. And place a block right there. Just may have to make an L shape. And then you place a block in the middle of it. Or a water source. And that basically just takes care of the whole thing. So that's just an easier way to fill up water. And yeah, it just doesn't waste all your water buckets. So those are pancakes, and now I'll be showing you some anti-hybrid stuff. So this is, I don't know what this is called, but I've seen it in bases. It's like, these are really OP. If you even build these ground to bedrock and you have like the hugest base ever, it's still OP. And I think these are anti-hybrid. A lot of these walls I showed you are anti-hybrid and anti-sand stack. But yeah, all you have to do is make this until it goes to your wall level. So I think that's it. One more. There we go. And then all you have to do is just go all the way down and place that. But the biggie with these, if you make these really big, you have to actually place water sources under each of these blocks, and that takes, I don't know, forever, but it's worth it already if you want to have a standing base. So I'm gonna go ahead and make these walls. So for these walls, basically it just makes the TNT slide down-ish. And since they're actually going up, they don't really have a chance of passing as much. So I'm gonna go and place these on the back, and then it just goes down and flows all the way. And then all I have to do now is just place all of these here. And then you have like a full source block. But this doesn't take that long if you have like a lot of water buckets. And you're just constantly spamming all of them. And let's go and do all of this. Boom, 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 and let's film this block. And yeah, that's basically all of the defenses I know. What I would do this over and over, this whole pattern. And I would say region walls for your last walls, and sand ones. But these, I would recommend having them as first. Pancakes and these last. And in general, just have sand stackers in them first. Like have like 10 of them and then split those up, and then put these, and then start putting all the other defenses, because these are really OP. If you put these on each side, that looks really OP. And you could just do that for a tiny vault like this. This isn't really a vault size. Maybe just a chest room, that's it. So yeah, that's gonna be it for this video. And anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed. Peace.